What's up, Nomads? Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome as well. So a little backstory on me. I am Trinidad. I am 20 years old, a young traveler who's currently living in the Philippines, and I'm going to school here. So on today's topic, we're going to be talking about why I chose the Philippines to be going to school, what major I'm doing, what school I'm going to, and the process it takes to attend this school. So let's get into the video. So you guys might be asking yourselves, why would this kid go to a foreign country to then do school? Well, here's why. For starters, it is so much cheaper than the States, like so much cheaper. When I get to the numbers later on in this video, you guys will see how much cheaper it is just to do school out here. The second thing is, if I end up not liking it at this particular school, I made sure, and we asked almost every faculty member, my credits are transferable. So if I end up not liking school here, my time studying here is not wasted, and then I can go back to the States and continue my education. That's just in case, but I tend not to do that, so we'll see how it ends up being like when school actually starts picking up. The third thing was, I wanted a different college experience than my graduating class, and that's really bold of me. One, just to move over here, and two, to actually go to school here. That's gonna be game changing. So we'll see how it is, how the education system is here versus the States. So why choose financial management as your choice of major? Well, because you're learning how to budget, you're learning how to structure a company so it can be sustaining and flourish, because that's the end result, right? To make more money and make sure that your business does not die of any sort from any economic collapse or a lack of supply and demand. So any of those things that affects a lot of businesses, I think is very crucial to understand, and how to incorporate a better system so you don't have those issues, or if you do, minimize them. And if I learn how to budget, then I can use these same methods to apply to any business that I could potentially run. So I think those are things that I find very intriguing, and everyone should have some type of knowledge about financing. So those are my reasons, and now we're gonna go to the third reason. Well, for starters, you go to San Carlos University, look it up, look for international application, fill out the information. But before doing all this, make sure you get these crucial documents. So for starters, you need a photo ID, the ones that you take for your passport. You need 2 of those. Transcript of record from 11th and 12th grade, diploma or certificate of graduation, and your birth certificate. You photos of these, and then you submit them with your application. Once it goes processed through and you get accepted, then you will have a student ID number that you can then log into your ISMIS account. The ISMIS account is basically your student account for San Carlos. You're able to pick your classes, look at your study load, look at your finance on how much you owe the school. And the down payment for this is 3,000 pesos, which is 60 US. Immigration requirements. This one was so demanding. Let's just get into it. So you need to identify your transcripts, diploma, police clearance, and birth certificate. So for your police clearance, you can do state and county. They just want a live scan and to see if you have no record, if you're a criminal or not. Now, what they mean by authentify, that they were not specific in the instructions on when I was doing my application, is that they want an apostilled document. I will show what an apostilled document looks like right now. I got this from the person that's processing the student visas, and basically you're asking the state that you currently live in to authorize these documents to say that they're legit, and this is the highest that you can go to authorize your documents. This is actually more known in other countries in the States. Obviously we didn't know, so we had to learn through experience that you need this. So when they mean by verified, this is what they mean, and get it before you come to the States so it's not a huge hassle for you guys. The next thing that they want to know when you are applying here and you're doing financing is notarized affidavit of support. Meaning, if you're able to support yourself with the financing, then show the person that is doing your financing for. In my situation, I don't need that. I just need to show my bank statement and I was good to go. So I don't need an affidavit of support. But if you do, then that's what they need from you guys. And then you need to go get a clearance, an MBI clearance, which stands for National Bureau of Investigation clearance. So what you do here is you fill out an application, you get your life scan done, and then this process should take 3 to 4 weeks. After you do that, you go back to MBI, you get a wet and dry stamp seal. If you don't get a dry stamp seal, then you have to go back and make sure you get it. I had to do that, so I speak from experience. The next thing is a medical certificate quarantine stamp. So for this, you need to first go to JC Diagnostic Center, and you have to do 4 tests: a blood test, urine test, chest x-ray test, and a stool test. This all costed me 500 pesos, which is $10 US, and I was able to get these within hours. It doesn't take that long. The next thing they have to do is book an appointment with Bureau of Quarantine, BOQ, and this costs 1,000 pesos, $20 US. It took me 2 weeks to get inside. It's very demanding online, so you have to book online or they will not accept you. Even if you go in and they will not do walk-ins, you have to book in with an appointment. So do that and try to do it as soon as you can. So what you need to do for this is bring your results from JC Diagnostic Center. I will put on Google Maps where JC Diagnostic Center is, and then I'll also show Bureau of Quarantine. They're like really close by each other, walking distance. I walk to both areas, you'll be fine. And then you need your passport for BOQ, because that's where they put the stamp inside. Then after you do that, then you need to get your Special Social Security Registration Number, SSRN. Now to get this, you have to go to J Center Mall at Bureau of Immigration. There's 3 different stores, so go to whichever one. You'll ask for an iCard application. You fill it out, then you give it to the person. They process your stuff. Bring your passport too, because they'll need that. And then they'll give you your SSRN. This is free of charge, so you have no issues about, you have no worries about bringing money. Once you do all that, then you go to the school. Then you go to the school with your passport and all these documents. Make sure your passport is updated before submitting your passport, because they're going to take your passport and it's going to take, I believe, 2 to 3 months to process your student visa. So make sure you extend your tourist visa as much as you can. I believe it's 6 months. Don't count my word on that. Please research it. But I believe it's 6 months, the max that you can do as a tourist. So we did that before submitting my passport to the school. And then you would need 12 2x2 photos. Look them up on Google on where you can get those, and you'll be fine. I believe that was 250 pesos, which is $5. Or no, I believe it was less. Yeah, I think it was way less than that. But you can get those done. And then after everything is all said and done, the conversion fee for your tourist to a student visa is 17,000 pesos, which is $340 US. Whew. That was a lot. But just to let you guys know, this whole, all these documents, I was able to get within a week. So it wasn't that much of a hassle. I'm still waiting on my apostille to get here, because I shipped it back to the US with those documents to get apostilled, because we didn't know that we had to get them apostilled. So that's why I'm saying get that done before coming here. And last but not least, the price for one semester at University of San Carlos. Here's the number: $46,692 pesos and 57 cents, which converts to $933.85 US. Now, the reason why I say semester is because they advise students to do semesters because not every student does a full year at this school. Sometimes they may take a semester here and they might take a semester next following year. So that's why they advise you to do that. And on top of that, if you pay in cash, it's gonna be less expensive than when you would pay with credit or debit. So that's about it, guys. I hope you guys loved this video. I hope it was also informational for you guys that are thinking about applying to San Carlos or in the Philippines in general. I don't know how every university does their application process, but for San Carlos, this is what you need to do, and then these are the documents that you need to get before starting your student visa conversion. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you guys in my next videos.